The midday sun scorched over Arlington National Cemetery. The silence was sacred, broken only by the soft crunch of boots as the tomb guard marched with precise rhythm, rifle gleaming under the light. Every movement spoke of discipline, honor, and duty. But among the crowd watching from behind the rope, one man found the solemnity amusing. His name was Liam Carter, a 27-year-old travel vlogger from the UK. Known online for his funny travel pranks, Liam had millions of followers who adored his daring sense of humor. From sneaking into five-star hotel pools to faking ghost sightings at old castles, his antics always went viral. And now, standing before the tomb of the unknown soldier, he whispered to his cameraman, "This is going to blow up the internet." He adjusted his baseball cap, flashed a smirk, and shouted across the quiet, "Hey soldier, how much did they pay you to walk back and forth like a robot?" Gasps rippled through the visitors. The guard didn't flinch. He kept marching, eyes fixed forward. Liam grinned wider, emboldened by the attention. He walked closer, raising his voice again, mocking the guard's rigid stance. "Do you ever smile, man? Or do they oil your joints at night?" And that was when it happened. The guard halted, heels striking the ground with a sound that echoed like thunder. He turned sharply to face Liam, eyes fierce beneath the brim of his hat. In a deep, commanding voice that silenced the air itself, he bellowed, "Halt! Stand behind the line." Every tourist froze. Even the birds seemed to stop mid-air. Liam stumbled backward, his confidence fading as the reality of his mistake hit him. The guard's expression didn't show anger, only an unshakable dignity, a discipline that spoke louder than words. For the first time, Liam felt shame prick his chest. Security arrived quickly, escorting him away from the sacred site. His camera was confiscated, his recording deleted, and he was fined heavily for disorderly conduct. But that wasn't what haunted him. It was the look in the guard's eyes, the silent message that this place wasn't a stage for entertainment. It was a resting ground for heroes. That night, in his hotel room, Liam sat staring at his reflection. The image of the guard's unwavering posture replayed over and over in his mind. His channel had always been about getting laughs, but suddenly, it all felt meaningless. What did he know about sacrifice? About respect? Out of guilt, he began to research the tomb of the unknown soldier. He learned that the guards belonged to the elite 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard. They stood watch 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, through blazing summers and freezing blizzards. They memorized precise steps, never breaking focus, even in storms or during national crises. Each of them had pledged to honor fallen soldiers whose names were never known but whose sacrifice ensured freedom for others. And here he was, a man who had mocked that. The next morning, Liam returned to the cemetery. This time, there was no camera, no followers, no jokes. He stood silently behind the rope, watching the same guard patrol with flawless precision. When the guard's shift ended, Liam approached respectfully, his voice low. "Sir," he began, his accent soft and unsure. "I was here yesterday. I disrespected you, and I can't express how sorry I am. I didn't understand what this meant, but now I do." The guard regarded him quietly for a moment before replying, "Respect is something we give freely, but once lost, it takes humility to earn it back." Liam nodded. "I want to make things right. I want people to understand what this place stands for." The guard didn't smile, but there was a faint flicker of understanding in his eyes. "Then tell the truth. That's all the honor this place asks for." And so, Liam did. He went home and uploaded a new video, not a prank, not a comedy sketch, but a confession. He shared what he'd learned about the tomb, the soldiers who stood guard, and the meaning of true respect. He didn't monetize the video. Instead, he directed viewers to donate to veterans' charities. The video went viral, not because it was funny, but because it was real. People around the world commented how his story made them rethink their own behavior, how easily they laughed at things they didn't understand. Months later, Liam returned to Washington. He visited the tomb again, standing in silence, a small white flower in his hand. As the guard marched past, Liam whispered under his breath, "Thank you." This time, there were no cameras, just quiet gratitude. The guard never looked his way, but that didn't matter. Liam knew now that true respect didn't need to be seen. It only needed to be felt. And from that day forward, he stopped chasing laughs. He started chasing truth.